you know. And here's another thing about the Ellen thing. It's like, yeah, so what? Yeah, I get it. You asked for time off so your children could have a surgery, and she threw a coffee in your face. That happens. You're working for Ellen. You're working for Ellen. I'm so sorry. Say goodbye to your child and get to work. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Colum Tyrrell Podcast. Today's guest, Zahid Dewji. It's Indian. I said it was Dewji, but the W is pronounced like a V, so it's Dewji. He says it in a few minutes. I don't know. No one says names worse than Collie T. I tell you that much. If I didn't meet you by the time I was like 8 in my school, they're the names. I've never learned a new name. I've never learned any of the fucking Italian names. I've never learned any of the Polish names. So, God damn it if I'm ever going to get around to the Indian names. But that's like the way my brain works. That's nothing to do with... That's like nothing to do with Indians. And when I mean Indians, all right? None of you fucking Apaches writing in saying I'm dead naming you, all right? So make sure you follow Zahid everywhere. He just moved to New York from Houston. Very funny comic. And I'm sure he has some projects. So follow him. At least get to see him on the road. And obviously the special has been released. This is the first episode since the special came out. Thank you. If you watched it, go check it out. Try to watch a lot of it. Because it's broken up into like 7 sections, I guess. So like, you know... the second joke might not be your favorite, but the closer might be your favorite. So, and if you shared it, thank you very much. We're doing so far. As of right now, we're doing well so far. 130K. Not bad for a nobody. For a fucking nobody? Not bad. Not bad. I don't know what I got when I did Jimmy Fallon, but I believe I'm more than that. All right, so go check out the podcast. Go check out the special. Thank you for the kind words. I've never done anything and had this amount of people be so nice about it. You know, it's almost weird that there's not more of a percentage of people. But by the way, if you like the special, I'm on the road. By the way, all new jokes, so you can watch the special, then catch me on the road. So, and 2024 is going to be packed. If you have a town or a city that you've never seen me in, head up to the mailing list. It gives you an option to write down the location that you are in, and then if we get enough of those if we get enough of them, we can use that to book a club. Or if we book somewhere nearby, you will get an email. You'll never get an email if I'm in LA and you live in Philadelphia, okay? And vice versa. You'll only ever get an email if I'm coming to you. So head over to columtyrrell.com, and all these dates, baby. First thing, if you're listening to this right now when it just dropped, Philadelphia, September 20th, that's this Wednesday. Come on out to that, because tickets are light. I tell you that much. Skankfest, obviously, see you there if you're there. Midnight Circus will be on Skankfest. It's going to be legit. Foxborough, Massachusetts, October 6th and 7th. Then I'm in San Francisco in the Bay Area in October. Then I got Janesville, Wisconsin for the first time. Can't wait. Go fucking Packers. San Diego, California. I got our little run down in Denver. And then we got Toronto. And then we're hoping to add a few more dates. And then next year, I've already got dates coming up. We got Tennessee. We got Chicago. We got Florida. We got loads of stuff. All over. I'm going to be all over. So come on out on the road. Thank you for the special. Give it a share. If you watch it, get a photo of yourself. That's actually... some of the better ones, because a lot of people will share the artwork or whatever, but if you sit down and you watch it with your family or whatever it is where you want to watch it. Someone sent me a tweet today. It was just on his phone in a pub resting against a beer. Sick. So if you have photos of me of yourself watching it, tag me in it and I'll share them. And I appreciate you guys doing what you can to get this stuff off the ground, because this is the way it's going to work. And more views on that, the more people like it, the more people that come to see me, the more people that come to see me, the more shows I do. The more shows I do means also the better I become. So it's kind of like it's you get limited to how good you can be if you're stuck not going on the road. Also the special, the special is taking a lot of time away from the podcast, and we're gonna have a whole new resurgence of energy. We're banking a bunch of episodes. I'm going to LA doing some episodes of Skankfest. The rest of the next while is going to be big. And obviously with the boys, they come and go. Fonzie, Dave Caggiano. We're going to get someone locked in all the time. Someone who knows how to make clips. If you're interested in making clips and working on the podcast, hit me up. Especially next year. If you're a young kid and you're decent with this stuff, let me know. Hit me up. Because I'm going to be going big online. I want to go to Margaritaville and drink some margaritas. That's it. That's a bit I want to record. So, there's ideas like that. All right, folks. Enjoy the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Colum Tyrrell Podcast. What a great guest we have today. I'm gonna destroy your name, Zahid Dewji.
So close.
Which part was wrong? All of it.
It's Zahid.
Zahid
Dewji.
So I said Zahid, but
Yeah.
Zahid.
Yeah, Dewji, and then the W's like a V.
V.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, W's like a V.
Va.
Yeah, because Indians are
So pronounce it again.
like Zahid.
Zahid.
Dewji.
Dev G.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I know,
Dev G.
it's a mouthful.
G Unit. So shout out to what are you, some sort of a Muslim?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're what is it? Breaking bread.
Breaking
bread.
Yeah. We're patching stuff up.
We've forgiven each other for our crimes against
I don't
each
even
other.
know what your crimes are.
I'm sure we did something. One thing I tell you, I'm sure some Irish people have done something to some Muslims. Maybe not on a national scale, but certainly just like you're in the wrong neighborhood in Ireland. You know what I mean?
I've never been.
I'm sure if there was
Do you guys have Muslims there?
We have 7-Elevens.
I thought you were going to say we have 7. We have 7 Muslims in Ireland.
We have a very short amount of anyone different. Doesn't like the minorities are like minorities, not minorities, not racial. It's
Are there black Irish people?
There are black Irish people. Yeah. I don't know how many, and I certainly wouldn't say too many. Okay, I would not say that.
I didn't say that.
That'd be a lesson. Would never say that.
We didn't say that.
I also wouldn't say not enough. That's just I'm right. So whatever
number is good.
Whatever political or whatever way your sense of humor lies is
Yeah.
exactly whatever I believe in.
Yes.
So go check out my special. So where you from? Originally Houston?
I was born in Queens.
Born in Queens, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. We were poor in Queens.
Okay.
And then my family immigrated. My family.
What part of Queens? Jackson Heights.
Rego Park, like
Rego.
close.
Yeah.
Flushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Jackson Heights was a big part of the with the Indian population.
Yes,
so.
that was my guess, and I was wrong.
You were close though.
Not a million miles. I was Queens.
Yeah. Then my parents immigrated here from Tanzania and East Africa. We're like Freddie Mercury style. Like we're Indians, but we're from Africa.
Okay.
So like my mom speaks Swahili.
Swahili.
Yeah, we've been there for.
Can you speak any Swahili?
I speak Kutchi, which is like.
Kutchi?
Yeah, it's like this. It's like Cajun. Like it's Indian, but it's East African.
Creole kind of mixed up.
Yeah, it's like a mixed up. But like it's for no one. Like no
mixed
one
up
speaks it.
language.
Yeah, it's like like Indians in East Africa speak it. No one else knows.
How would I say welcome to the podcast? How would I say that?
There's no way to. Some of it is in English.
I'll just say, hey, welcome to my home.
Uh,
Never said that. I have a home. I wish I had a home. What? What do you say in that language?
I wish I had a home. I don't know why that was somehow the most Irish thing I've ever heard in my life. I wish I had a home.
That was what I was imagining.
Fuck, that's like a special album title.
I wish I had a home.
Colum Tyrrell, I wish I had a home.
That is pretty damn
Good.
sick.
You said it.
It's like one of those great albums that only comedy nerds would ever have heard of.
Yeah.
Because it's like fine, but it's not.
Yeah, Colum talks how there's the exact amount of black people that you need in a country. I wish I had a home.
Yeah.
It's streaming now on Peacock. Peacock picked it up. Fuck.
Yeah, of course. Look, they're desperate, dude. I think we've proven that the edgy boys have a resurgence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always kind of fallen on both, like in between.
Yeah.
Like I love the edgy stuff, and then I love like some of the woke stuff too. It's like when both. It's like when anyone's irritating too much.
Yeah.
You know when some guys like go out there and they're like, yeah, so this bitch is sucking my fucking dick, and you're like, stop. That's awful.
Yeah.
And then you go outside and you go to like, I don't know, Brooklyn or something. Someone says like, I don't know if you can say that. And you're like, shut the fuck up, man.
Yes.
Like both of you guys are.
Yeah, any extreme sort of anything. It's like you can be too gay. And you can also be too straight.
That's a Colum's second album.
Too gay. That's the second track. That was my second track. That's a classic bit. Too gay.
Too gay.
No, but
you can be too gay.
But you can be too straight too.
Yeah.
You can get to the point where you're so straight where it's just like chill out. It's
Well,
almost gay.
I was gonna say you're gay.
Yeah, you
It's
get so
like,
straight that you're gay.
What the fuck? I've never. I'm like, you dream about it all the time and you just push it down because
I remember in England there's a pastry shop.
Pretty
called
gay
Greg's.
start. Pretty gay start.
No, it's not gay at all.
Okay.
Pastry shops are the working man. It's the jambons and sausage rolls. What's gay about a deep fried sausage first thing in the morning?
No, I don't know why I thought of Brooklyn when you said pastry shop.
Of course,
And
yeah. You thought it was like some shit place called Pastries by Suzanne.
Yeah.
And it's written all stupid.
We actually don't use flour.
Yeah.
And you're like, ugh.
Yes, and it's $900 for like an eclair, and there's a line down the road. Yes, of course, but this is just the working class.
Yeah,
it's more like again 7-Eleven, like you know they have the rotating taqueritas or whatever they are. What are those sticks of diarrhea? What are they? Taquilas. Taquitos.
Taquitos.
You know, in 7-Eleven, the taquitos.
Oh, yeah.
Taquitos.
This motion is incredible, by the way.
I'm helping you out. You're not.
This feels like you're DPing a girl in the worst way.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be doing lots of stuff.
Well,
I could have my dog could have a migraine.
That's what I was gonna say. That's literally what I meant. Is like I went edgy on that one, and he went fucking adorable, and that was the funnier one. The funnier one with my dog can have a migraine.
I'm just helping him out. Go, shh.
If you're in the comments and you're watching it, tell us what this could be.
That could be
I don't think you're gonna top my dog has a migraine.
Yeah, but it was the tequilas, those little sticks of fucking dog shit that they sell at the 7-Eleven.
One time I was a friend of mine reminded me of this because you ever try like a joke or something that doesn't work and you're like, oh,
never.
Please
tell us, folks.
No, but this is the thing that happened. I was at a 7-Eleven in Houston with my buddy Zach, and I was hammered out of my mind. This must have been like 6-7 years ago, and I saw the hot dogs on the roller.
Yeah,
like the hot dogs. And I just started laughing. I was like, it was like uncomfortable for people how hard I was laughing. And he's like, even the guy was like, is everything okay? And I was going through a really tough time in my life. And he's like, what's so funny? And I was like, me and the hot dogs, we're the same. And he was like, what are you talking about, bro? No. And I go, we're like tubes of meat, you know? And we're moving, but we're not going anywhere.
Oh.
It was so sad that it just bummed everyone out. I couldn't stop fucking laughing. Every time I've tried on stage, it just makes everyone depressed.
Oh, it never worked?
Yeah, because they don't find it as funny. Like, depressing shit makes me laugh. And everyone else is like, could you do like a dog migraine thing? Because that's just bummed us out, man. Could you do something adorable?
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Stav used to have a great joke about, it was either that or just even street meat in general. Where he was like, I was like, he goes, I don't know how to cook, but I do know it's not, the cooking time isn't just until someone buys it. You know? Something like that, you know. Sorry about that, Stav. Ruined your joke.
That's great.
But
That's
great. I always thought about that. He's like, I don't know how long it takes to cook, but I know it's not just until someone buys it. It's just sitting there for days.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in England they've got that Greg's, okay. Really good, great food, and they brought out a vegan sausage roll, and people were angry, very angry. Because they're like, this is fucking, don't take our sausage rolls!
Yeah, I can see it.
I fucking dare you! What's next, gay coffee?
Yeah. It's the pronouns of pastry.
Yeah, and then what's that guy from fucking British TV, Piers Morgan? He like, he took a bite, I kind of think he rules in his own suckiness, you know?
Yeah.
If that even makes sense. Like, he stinks, but he's very good at stinking. He's one of the best stinks in the world.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And there's loads of people like that, and I agree with.
Yeah.
Well, not agree with, but I appreciate of all the people in the world that stink, he's like the best
version of
He's
that.
so good at it.
Yeah. It's like your friend from high school that you've known forever, and your friends come around and you go, he stinks. And you're like, yeah, but he's really cool.
Yeah. He's the best stinky.
He's the best, worst one that we have.
Yeah.
That's why we've been friends for 20 years.
But loads of those guys is where whenever they talk about anyone kind of, even like, Andrew Tate. Is it Andrew Tate?
Yeah, that guy is horrific.
But again, world-class, great guy at stinking.
He's the best worst.
It's not easy to be Andrew Tate. You know what I mean? It's just like that takes a lot of skill and effort and maybe some child trafficking or something.
I was going to say, these girls aren't going to traffic themselves.
He might have trafficked some Romanian kids, which is, again...
Oh, they're Romanian? I don't care.
Of course.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit, sorry.
Thank you.
I did not know that.
Thank you, Swahili. Or whatever it is.
That was like, do you remember when we were... whatever.
From an African.
Do you remember when we were kids and they were like, Pee Wee Herman, Jagged Off, movie theater?
Of course.
Then you got older and you're like, it was an adult movie theater. It's like he went to the right place.
Yeah.
It would have been weird. It would actually been weirder if he went to the movie theater and then he just watched the movie.
That is crazy.
Someone would come and be like, you need to jack off.
It's always,
don't come in here and watch this and have nothing to do.
Yes.
Like you're doing it correctly.
There's loads of stuff like that. What do you think about someone who murders women, doesn't have sex with their dead body? That's weirder, right?
This is like the weirdest Sophie's choice.
I'm just saying of the two people, it's like, wait, you just murdered them and that was it? Or then there's the other guys like murder them and then fuck their dead body and you go, at least I know there's a motive, like.
Yeah. And at least there's a motive.
There's something there.
You're a necrophiliac and you have to kill to get what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Do they get off also? Do necrophiliacs, do you reckon do they get off on the smell of a dead, like the rotting corpse? Is that like getting them going?
Let me call a guy.
You're ringing.
Hey Siri, call Jack.
Who would know? Tommy Pope would know.
Oh, he would. Yeah.
Yeah, one
would.
fucking fact.
God, it's fucking...
Oh God, this fucking dead bitch stinking. But it's like because I was watching that
quick hit of the vape. I could see it.
Because I was watching the thing about the Long Island guy.
Which one?
The Long Island serial killer. The Geeko Beach, was it? Geeko Beach? It was Geeko Beach, anyway.
And imagine getting killed by a guy from Long Island.
Yeah, but he just got caught.
Oh, this is recent?
Yeah, it's all just recently. I don't know if you have the internet.
I literally don't know things. I swear to God. Like, it's so
Geico
hard.
Beach or Geeko Beach or Gilgo, yeah. So he would get prostitutes and kill them. But the thing is, it was...
Why do people like doing that?
He only got caught because of a random prostitute in Long Island was called to a house not a million miles from his house.
Uh-huh.
She fucking smoked something or did something, had a freak out. She was at this is how fucked up it is. She was called to someone's like party.
Yeah.
Rich neighborhood in Long Island.
Uh-huh.
It's like it's like a what do you call it? A gated community.
Yeah.
She gets dropped off. She goes inside. It's a party. Bunch of dudes there. They have a prostitute with them. She smokes weed or there's something. She has a freak out. She thinks they're trying to kill him. She thinks they're trying to kill her. She runs out, knocks on like 5 different houses in the estate, going like, these guys are trying to kill me. And they're like, and they're ringing the cops going, this crazy bitch is trying to get into my house or whatever.
Yeah, because they're trying to flip the narrative immediately.
No, not even them. It's because I think at this point, those guys just said, leave her to it. Let's pretend we never met her.
Gotcha.
Because, dude, your wife's away. You've got your boys over playing poker now and they bring a fucking 20-year-old prostitute over. And then so she ran away and I think she had like a mental fit. She just ran into one of the local like parks or marshes or whatever.
Yeah.
So while they were looking for her body, because everyone was like, we got to find this woman.
Yeah.
By the way, of all the times for you to get a prostitute, what a bad case. What a shit look at the draw, folks. Imagine having a prostitute come over and then she has a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
She has a full-on manic attack and then she starts banging on your neighbor's door saying you're trying to kill her and you're there with your boys all drunk up playing Texas Hold'em.
How did they find the killer from the...
Oh, so because she ran into this area, and so while they were looking for her,
Uh-huh.
they found 10 dead bodies from a serial killer. They didn't even find it. They had only found the bodies because she happened to go near where he was stashing all the bodies.
Wild.
I know. So then imagine being the fucking guy who had the prostitute in the first place.
No, because then
and
you're
then you're
like,
going, then you got to answer to that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it just never ends.
It's just
That's not my whole time I was watching this going, could not believe my luck if I got a prostitute, had a manic episode.
And then they found
Knocked on all the neighbors' doors, went missing in the woods. Then they found 10 bodies. And then you're also somehow connected to the serial killer.
You could never even tell anybody that story. You could never be like, you're not going to believe the craziest thing that happened. That happened to me.
Dude, she smoked she took one toke from the fucking weed. Next thing you know, she thinks we're going to kill her.
That's how we found the kill.
Yeah.
such a-
How I Met Your Mother scenario.
I
This is
I killed your mother.
Yeah, anyway, so this guy, the serial killer, got caught. All his victims were caught, and they were all along a certain stretch of road.
How was he killing them? It's always
I think he was
interesting to me,
choking them out or something like that. He would get these prostitutes, big, huge, fucking freak Shrek-looking guy. He was like 6'6", 3 something.
Dude, he's got serial killer eyes.
Yeah.
Look at those eyes. Is that him or is that somebody else?
That's him dressed up as a woman. He used to dress up as a woman to try. Is that one of the? I don't think we're allowed to show photos of the people he killed, are we?
Oh, he goes, oh yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, okay. Well, how about just morally? Should we be? Get all the victims up and rank them from our favorites. How much would you pay for each one as a prostitute? If you were to.
This is the lady that ran
Are you
away.
in it?
I've never. Here's the thing. I've never. I'm like. It's not that I'm better or I've just never done that. I don't even know how you start the like
Getting prostitutes?
Like, you know when the first time you bought weed, you're like $2,000.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, what?
I'm still like that with drugs. I was like,
just
how
like-
much? I was like,
how-
what's $50 worth?
Yeah. What do you need for this?
Yes.
Like that's. I wouldn't even know how to start the conversation of trying to buy a hooker.
I think these were the good old days back when it was kind of like.
I feel like a hooker would come up to me and she's like, "Are you looking for a good time?" And then I would pull out like my Dave and Buster's credit card and be like, "You tell me."
That would be sick. By the way, I got one in my pocket. I've got one in my wallet right now. I've got $45 on it.
How many tickets does it take to fuck you?
You're trading them in. Can I get the whore behind you?
Yeah.
The big blue whore.
She's just in the back next to a teddy bear.
Just sitting there, like, she's waiting all day. 28 million.
Someone kid in the back just
28 million. Yeah, all the kids joined together. There was some great movie. Did you ever see that movie with all those kids? There was a movie where all these kids saved their money together so that one of them could get a blowjob off a prostitute. They were teenage kids, and then they were about to
This
get...
has to be like a 90s movie, right?
Yeah, this is one of those classic coming of age where it's like, all right, so 14-year-olds, they put all their pocket money together so that one of them can get a prostitute. And
I feel like I remember what you're talking
She
about.
agrees to blow him in a car, and then something happens where, like, her pimp or someone gets murdered, and then they get gobbled up into this whole big
Milk
kind of-
Money.
Yeah, that
Yes.
must be it.
Oh
Is
my
that it?
god. Dude, I haven't thought about that movie.
It's gotta be
Ed
this.
Harris.
Is that what it is?
Ed Harris, yeah. Milk Money.
Yeah.
Wow, you just blew my fucking... I haven't thought about that movie in so long that I forgot
Yeah.
it even existed.
What was the theme? A bunch of teenage boys hire a prostitute, and
She ends up falling in love with Ed Harris, the dad.
Does she?
I'm pretty sure that's
yeah.
what I
Do
remember
you
happening.
think a prostitute would be against blowing a 14-year-old boy? Or would she just go, whatever?
It depends on depends on if you grew up in Long
I mean
Island or not.
when I say prostitute, I mean real, proper, of the streets, old school, put the work in, fucking
Pick
been there, stain the t-shirt,
Yeah.
type of a...
Pick yourself up by the leather bootstraps.
Yeah, rent was due, so she would come out late on the last day of the month. Not just someone who sells toe clippings on OnlyFans. I mean a proper, because not all sex work is equal.
No.
It's all, I guess it's work,
Dude,
sure.
If I could sell...
Because it's not, though, by the way. Sex work is not real work. It's not. Either is comedy. So shut the fuck up. We all have fake jobs. Make no mistake about it. Marketing, sex work, and fucking stand-up comedy aren't real jobs. Because we're fucking lazy.
We're shooting this in the lobby of a Hilton. It's not even a real place. There's people checking in and checking out over there.
But I do think it's not real work. It's not real work.
I'm just jealous of the, like, if I could sell, I had a friend of mine recently sell nudes for like $700. And if I could sell like one pair of used underwear.
Ooh.
But nobody wants that from a guy.
50? A little 50 a week?
Oh, I'd take them all.
That'd be pretty sick.
It would pay for new underwear, actually. That's fine.
What's 50 a week over a year?
Like a lot. It's like a lot of it. It's like more.
Was it? 2,500?
Yeah. Yep.
I need to be making $5,000 before I take on any other side projects.
What, are you worried about sex work taxes?
It's just like the amount of work.
You're shipping used underwear.
Depreciated values. I only wear a sheet, and that's high end good underwear. You know what I mean?
$250.
A month? No. It'd be $600 a year. So
for me, it's the thing that
$50 a month is $600 a year.
Yeah.
Okay?
For me, it's
so we need $100 a month to at least be $1,200. It's not worth it.
For me, it's I was gonna say the people that sell like pictures of their feet. I'm like, you're so lucky. There's a lady on
I get it.
on Twitch. She puts the camera on when she sleeps, and she makes $1 million a month. People like watching her sleep. That's my favorite job. I would love that job.
What about the Glizzy guy? Is this guy real, Mr. Glizzy's? Yum 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 yum. Glizzy overload.
What is
yum
this?
yum 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 yum.
I know Glizzy's the hot dog thing, but there's a guy that.
So they had these main characters, right? What's it called? Non-playable characters. So where you pretend to be a robot. You know, you go hello, hello. So you go on TikTok stream. Pause it for a second, and I'll explain it. But you go on to. So what happened was you go onto TikTok Live and then you pretend to be a robot, okay? And then people donate the emojis, but it costs them like 10 cents to send you an emoji.
This isn't real.
So I swear to God. So listen. So Popcorn would come up. There was this girl from Vancouver. She became super famous, Pussycat Doll or something, and she would cook popcorn with a hair straightener, the kernels, and it would pop. And then people would send in popcorn, and she'd go yum yum yum. Very good. Popcorn. Very good. And she was making $7,000 an hour.
We've gone fully Japan.
It's crazy.
We're just Japan now.
So funny because this is like, there was so much sort of newsworthy bullshit, and you're just like, la 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 la.
I don't know. I have people that was like, you listen to this podcast? I'm like, I don't listen to podcasts. And they go, what do you listen to? I go, fucking Beach Boys. I don't know.
How'd you get your news then, dude? The Post? Fuck's sake, dude.
I don't know.
Podcasting is the news.
I don't have the news. I never said I had the news.
This guy finally got vaxxed. He has no idea. This guy has no idea the power of the podcast.
Look, if I'm about to vote and you show up, you could change my mind.
Yeah.
If I'm about to put the vote in and you come in right there and you're like,
yeah,
have you done your own research? And I was like, I haven't even done your research.
Not even close.
And then you come in with some stuff, and I'm like
that.
I could swing.
I would change my vote if someone just said nicely, like, yo, would you vote for my people? I'd be like, I can't. And I go, please? And I go,
Yeah. You'd make a good point.
Yeah.
With the please. No one said please before. Before you came up, people were just yelling.
Yes.
Then you said nicely. And so, yeah, give Ted Cruz another 15 years. I don't know.
He's polite.
He's nice.
Say what you want.
That's it.
He's a polite boy.
I'm very easy.
Yeah, exactly. So she started with her stuff.
Yeah.
The shit that, and then there was copycats, and they would all do their like fucking meow meow meow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Meow meow meow. And they just do it for hours. So this guy, I'm not sure how it originated, but he does like 8 hours marathons, and I think it started as a joke, because he dresses up as a hot dog too. And he calls them the glizzies. And then like, if you send in... So the way it works is the more you pay, the more likely he'll do stuff. So it's like, if you... With the girls too, you send the popcorn or you send a hot dog. They're always like, popcorn, 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 And then you send a bunch of popcorn. She goes, oh my God, popcorn, yay! And she does like a little dance or whatever. Or you buy her cowboy hat and she goes, oh right, I want to be a cowboy. Yeah.
Wow.
But he does it. And then you send them the hot dogs. And then he goes, he pretends to be a robot. He goes, glizzies. And then he goes, glizzy overload. And I think he does 7 hours. He makes $1 million a year.
That's fucking...
I would also do that as a sketch the first time. And then you realize how much money you make. You go, ka-ching.
Yeah. But then you have to go around in public. And
I don't give a fuck.
You would be this guy.
Yeah.
You'd be the.
I'd be the glizzy guy with a fucking house. You're the fucking glizzy guy without the. You're a non-glizzy guy
You're a
without the house.
non-glizzy guy in the house.
You're a non-house, no glizzy.
Yeah. But
I know how, dude. There's an apocalypse amongst us. Rent's too high. This is crazy.
Can we watch some of this?
For you to not do this, how much do you reckon I'd make if I tried this? If anyone was at home right now and you would,
It's got to be like you though, but you got to do Irish shit.
blood of an Englishman.
You go, nothing. Hungry.
Starving.
Still hungry.
All my food taken by the English. All my food taken by the English. All my food taken by the English.
English pastries. Vegan now. Yeah.
Up the rah. Up the rah. That would be pretty fun. Irish Republican non-performing character. All right, let's see.
Car bomb time. Car bomb time. Car bomb time. Car bomb time.
Fuck the queen. Fuck the queen. Yeah. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, there's still one from before.
Yeah,
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum. No more food. Yum, yum, yum. I'm shipping to Baltimore. I'm moving to Baltimore.
Wife died. Wife's dead.
Beat my wife last night. Look. All right, so let's see what this guy says. The glizzy.
100 glizzies entering glizzy overdrive.
Oh, yeah.
Increasing grip by 7%. We are locked in. Thinking we're over 160 glizzies entering glizzy overdrive.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Look, I don't know. I haven't seen. I've never watched any of these live. I don't even know where you'd get them. But I did. I honestly, I don't know if any of this is true. I think this guy did that as a joke and then realized how beyond popular it was,
Yeah.
and then he's just like, I guess this is what I'm doing now.
I love that he's not like 17. That's like an adult. That's like someone's dad.
If I made,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's like a father.
Yeah, he has a kid. Yeah.
And the kid has to be locked away.
He's dropping his kid to school. That's how old this guy is. This is doing it between.
Then the kid's like
fuck the kid.
in school. They're like, your dad's there. He's like, I know.
So
Dad."
what's your dad do? What does what does his dad do? Sell insurance? That's gay. That's just as gay as sucking on a fictional hot dog. It's none of this is real. Nothing's real.
Nothing's real. That's that's the conclusion we've all come to.
It would be tough if I did one.
We're all just doing podcasts until the ship sinks.
This is what we're doing. You could argue there's less of an importance. Like you could easily say this is less important than that.
Yeah.
At least he's making bank.
Yeah.
If I did it, if I got $1,000 an hour,
Yeah.
it would be tough for me to not just cancel everything between now and Christmas and be like, see you on the other side, motherfuckers.
1,000 an hour?
7 hours a day between now and Christmas. Bang, 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 bang. Next thing you know, you got yourself a nice little one-bedroom apartment in the Rockaways.
Check this out. do the math. Right. $1,000 an hour, 7 hours a day. That's $7,000 a day per week. That's like more.
7 is like, what is that? What is that, like 56?
We both got
What is that? Is it like something? 56 sounds right.
It's 49, you morons.
Is it?
Fucking
Fuck,
idiots.
you pretending not to be Indian this whole time to fucking fit in.
It's not 49. It's 28. You idiot. 7 times 4. Come on.
Well, you said 4?
Oh, no. It's 7 times 7. It's 49 a week. Yeah. Times, so it's like almost 200K a month. Yeah. Holy shit,
Dude,
fucks.
The
You
thing
could buy
is,
a house a month. You could buy a house a month.
Dude, it's like the mob.
Piss in the living room.
It's like the fucking mob. You say you're gonna do it till you hit this number,
Oh, you
and then
can't-
you
you
go,
can't quit.
now I want to. Oh, it turns out
Yeah.
I got an above ground pool. I want to get a decent pool.
I want to put it under the ground.
I wouldn't care. That's whatever. For some reason, we're all making fun of this, but some girl fucking strums her monkey on OnlyFans. It's like empowering, but this guy making bank is somehow,
Okay.
yeah. By the way, Dave Caggiano in the sound booth, in the sex boot over there, he got us all new sound drops for the board. I don't know what they all are. We played a few of them on the last episode, so I'm gonna press one now, and we'll see how it is, David.
They don't call you the bad guy for nothing. They don't call you the bad guy for nothing.
Is that Joe DeRosa?
You know who it is. Come on.
Say it. Do it one more time.
They don't call you the bad guy for nothing.
Fuck.
They don't call you the bad guy for nothing.
They don't. It sounds like Joe DeFo.
It's MMA. I'll give you that.
Oh, is it fucking Chael Sonnen?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Shit.
Chael Sonnen.
We like Chael.
They don't call you the bad guy for nothing.
Oh, what about this one?
Big up the youth them way out of Kingston.
Not bad.
That's
You
Ali.
like giggle like a girl. Yeah.
That's Ali G. Yeah.
It's just it's just some English whatever.
Chet Hanks, dude.
Oh, is it Chet?
Oh, really?
Come on, bro. I
Big
come
up the
correct.
youth them way out of Kingston.
Dude, what an anomaly. What a beautiful anomaly.
Chet Hanks.
Dude,
Again, crushing it.
Imagine. You're Tom Hanks, Rita, the kids, and then Chet Hanks pops out. It's like giving birth to Danny DeVito. It makes no sense.
Yeah, and they
it
all-
makes no. Your kid grows up to be Danny fucking DeVito.
Yes.
It's like Danny DeVito and Chet Hanks. If they put them in a movie together, we're watching. Everyone's watching it.
Yeah. Chet's screwed.
He's
Chet rules.
insane. It's amazing.
He was not bad in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Maybe he played the guy got back from war, and then they're
Oh,
they're
that
all like,
was him.
They're all
Thank
like,
you for your
thanks,
service. Yeah,
and
thank
then
you.
he was like, hey,
You're not gonna thank me for your service.
silence, and I was like,
You're not gonna.
no, never mind. I love Curb Your
Oh,
Enthusiasm.
I love it. Do you know my dad looks exactly like Larry David?
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna blow your fucking mind right now.
just a little
This is gonna-
African Indian.
I'm telling
Larry
you,
David?
when I show it to you, he dresses the same. It's like Curb if Curb wasn't a comedy but was like a drama about depression.
Just an Indian version of.
I love him to death, but he is like
Oh, I love a Bollywood version of that music. Bam, bam, dam, that's pretty sick.
I can't believe
Yeah.
I sold my people out to make Colum laugh on his
I like
fucking podcast.
That was good.
Fucking
That's a
believable.
good idea.
that's
Curb your, yeah.
I gotta show you. I'm just gonna take a second, but
That's
let
all
me
right. Don't
see
worry about it.
this.
We are filling
Oh, you
time
ready? You
today.
ready? You
Oh, we
ready
got
for
some.
this?
We got some fucking ad reads.
I'll send you this so you can put it on the thing. But you ready for this? Zoom in.
Okay. Yeah, that is. Is that just your dad?
That's my dad. Zoom in
Oh my god.
and then swipe. He even has the same gait as Larry. Like the way he walks, kind of like
Yeah.
same fucking style.
From far away, you would think that was literally him.
Yeah. Here, look. All right, this I know.
He's literally got that mad professor haircut, you know, bald
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top, along on the
Dave,
sides.
look at this.
Real Back to the Future situation.
Zoom in on that.
Oh wow. Jesus Christ.
I wonder if is there any other versions of Curb actually all over the world. Not that you have the offices in every country. So like the Office,
Yeah, you
France
know-
have their own version.
You know,
or
I
whatever.
heard with The Office here. Yeah, I'm gonna send you. If you can show that to the rest of the. But I heard that with like The Office here, like with England, the thing that the way that they had to make it work for America was that they had to make Michael Scott. The difference is like in England, he's just a fucking dickhead. Like everybody hates him, including the audience.
Yeah.
But in America, that wouldn't work. So they had to get the audience to love him,
Yeah.
and everybody loves him in spite of him being like a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
made him about family. So he treats The Office like it's his family.
Okay.
And that got the American audience like into the show. Because if they
Interesting.
just did what they did in Britain, it would have failed.
Yeah. I like the two of them.
Yeah, they're great.
I would say English is better. But they're like different shows. There's like a different.
Yeah, I have to rewatch some of the English ones, but I agree with you. They're kind of different shows because he's just so unlikable in the British one that it's hilarious.
Yeah, well, it's the cringy. The cringe
Yeah.
stuff is the wildest.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
He's
I
really
like
nice.
the other one's good too. Which most people don't know is Extras. I think Extras is probably Ricky Gervais's best. Did you ever see it?
I never saw Extras. I saw the one where he played someone with special needs recently
Yeah, that was
at a nursing home or something.
Do you ever see Afterlife?
Afterlife. I've watched the
That's
first two
legit
seasons.
so good.
It's
Yeah.
good?
It's
Yeah.
just
I
so
think it's his
fucking sad.
best.
Yeah, it's so sad. It's just not that. No, but Extras is funnier.
Oh,
Afterlife is all right in terms of. Yeah, Afterlife is pretty good.
He had the
He really knows how to make TV. Like
does.
you
He's-
can't argue with anything else about the content. He knows how to make good TV.
It's the one that I like where he animated stuff when it was conversations with Carl Pilkington.
Yeah, the podcast.
That there used to be on a show on HBO and I started watching it and that
An Idiot Broad, was it?
yeah,
That was so funny.
I'd be fucking dying watching that. It
Yeah.
was so good.
That guy was fucking legit.
Carl Pilkington rules, dude.
So you were born in Queens?
I was
Or
born
did
in-
you,
yeah,
did you
born in-
move
no.
with your parents?
I was born in Queens, and we moved to Houston when I was 13, I think, and then
Were you all cool? Were you like in
no, I was
like the Karate Kid where you showed up and you were like, "Yo, I'm from Jersey."
No, it
And
was
you were, like,
weird.
teaching
it was
them shit.
It was fucking.
They're all
weird.
hillbillies.
I was tiny for such a long time, like a short.
Yeah.
And I had like a bowl haircut. It was just a fucking idiot kid, you know.
A bowl hair. Everyone had a bowl haircut. Shout out to the 90s.
But like New York was like cool. Like in middle school and stuff, like everyone was like, I don't know, like everyone dressed unique or like I don't know. There's like when you got to Texas, it was like white boys in 8th grade already looked like men, and they were all wearing Abercrombie.
Sick.
And it was just like, yo, what? And then when we first moved, we moved to Stafford, which is like a little bit like more hood at the time. And I would just get my ass kicked at school like every week. I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
And then we went to like, and all of it was like, I couldn't even make soccer because I wasn't tall enough yet. Because everyone in Texas was like corn-fed, fucking bred boys.
Well, yeah.
And then I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
You had
And
your
then
little Vindaloo diet. Didn't do much.
Vindaloo diet.
That's a good way to describe it. Is it? Do you eat Vindaloo? Or is that like this? Is that just a bastardization of the actual culture? Because that's my favorite food.
No, it's I mean, it's not that I do or don't. It's like our stuff is also like I get more African influence too. So it's like Indian food but with African stuff in it. So, but yeah. Anyways, I joined theater in high school in junior year, and that fucking. And now all of a sudden, one summer I came back, I was like 1.5 feet taller.
Oh, nice.
The Strokes were out. I was a big fucking like rock head. And I
Oh,
was
you like the Strokes?
Yeah, let me. I just like I like music. I like rock. So at that time, like prior to that, it was all Britney Spears and like boy bands and like. So it was the first time where like I was like, oh, you like there's like cool music out. It wasn't just rock. It was just like there was like a. So it was like a fun. I don't know. Joined theater and then got into NYU as a theater kid and like quit.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I quit. I hated actors, and so.
Of course. So what you doing then? What were you doing? Drama or
music
something?
ed.
Music ed?
Yeah, guitar and piano.
What's music ed mean?
Music education. It's like to be a music teacher.
Okay.
And
you were
then-
like, fuck this.
Yeah, I just didn't like actors. But then I moved back to Houston, and I fell into stand-up by accident. Like literally one drunken night, my brother wanted to go see it. I knew a guy that was doing open mics, so I was like, I'll come watch. And at the time, it wasn't popular, so it ended. The mic ended like 11:30, and they're like, we're gonna do late night story time if anybody wants to come up and tell a story.
Oh, sick.
I'm hammered. I'm like, I'll tell a fucking story.
Yeah.
And it was about when we were in Queens growing up. My brother and I found out we had the Playboy channel, so we woke up at 3 a.m. to watch it together.
Oh,
And
nice.
We didn't know how to like jack off, so we just both went to bed hard, and we were like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then he was like, nobody tell. And then I was like taking like a little shit like 2 weeks later, and I heard my brother get slapped. And I was like, you fucking told.
Oh, you.
I heard him get slapped. So
What did he tell?
My dad, the guilt ate him up. And I was willing to die with that.
Fuck that.
And then my dad came into the bathroom, said, open the fucking door. And I was like, I live in here now.
Yeah.
And he opens up the door, and my dad gave me like a little 2-fingered smack across the head while I was taking the shit. And when he did that,
Classic 2-finger.
Yeah, 'cause he gave you the whole head.
He was your dad, Kill Bill.
Yeah,
What the
yeah,
fuck
like,
is he
he
talking
couldn't
about?
give you the whole head 'cause he
Gave you the old
fucking- yeah,
2-finger
like, he
death
fucking-
clip.
And my head hit the door sill.
Oh, hell yeah.
And when he did, he's like, I'm so sorry. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And then they gave me ice cream, and meanwhile, this fucking idiot's crying, and I'm getting fed like ice cream.
Yeah, well, he was a rat.
Yeah. And so I told that story, I got a couple of laughs, and I was like, I think I'm gonna do that again.
My dad, that's so fun.
And I just did stand up quietly for like 6 months, didn't tell anybody, and then here we are.
That's so, I
It's
can't
such a
even.
wild like life thing, you know.
It's also such a telling of the way you were raised to be like idea of coming clean and then they beat you up.
Well,
I honestly could not even imagine a world where I turned around and confessed a crime to my father, and then he went, "Wait, why are you telling me this?" And I was like, "Cause I just felt guilty." He'd be like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't tell your mother." Right? That's all my dad would say. He was like, "Don't ever rat yourself out like that again. You hold out. You wait until it's proved." My dad's like Shaggy. No, you say it wasn't me. That's never. There's never in a million. My dad would be mad that I even told him.
Yeah.
He like things like that. I used to get arrested, and my dad would just be like, "Don't tell your mother."
What'd you get arrested for in high
Just
school?
stupid shit, just little petty shoplifting or whatever, or just drinking in a park, or just like bullshit, like little crappy stuff, drugs or stuff. But my dad would always just be like, "Don't tell your mother," because he's like, now she's gonna be mad. I'm gonna be in shit because we don't discipline you enough. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
don't tell her.
The trickle down economics of your situation.
Yeah,
is just-
my dad never gave a fuck about a single thing I did. I don't think.
Wow.
He just never wanted to hear about it. He was like, go rob a car, kill an old woman. Don't let it fall back on the doorstep because your mother's going to do my head in.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't put 10 bodies in a single marsh.
Yeah, oh, come on, spread it out.
Spread it out, yeah. Put some legwork in, you fucking idiot.
Well, that's what they say about all these. They all go to the same place. They find their hunting grounds and they find their places they're familiar with.
Oh,
Yeah. But here's the thing about that guy from back into the Long Island Killer. He would go back, So he would kill someone, and then he would go back every night to the body.
Just to see it,
Like he would
admire it.
admire it. They would do. They all do these weird things where they put them in positions and they worship it. And then he was like ringing the victim's family and all, going, "Yo, I'm looking at your sister," things like that from her phone.
Oh
like,
my god.
yeah, imagine like getting a phone call from your missing sister 3 months later and going, "Oh my god, it's her," and then she's like, "Nah, it's me. I killed her, and now I'm fucking her body."
Holy shit.
Yeah, what a horrible thing to do.
What's it like? 3-4.
Just unnecessary. Come on, man. Come on, she's already dead. You've had your fun. You've had your fun.
That's great.
Yeah, but I just got the idea because I don't know. I've never smelt whatever a dead body smells like.
I'll tell you this weird. This is such a weird thing. I'm gonna tell you. It's not a dead
It's a
body.
sting
thing.
operation. Go. He's about to admit it. He's about to admit it, folks.
My mom got surgery done one day, and we had to help her get in bed, and some of the stitches leaked or they snapped.
Okay.
She was leaking a little bit, and what it smells like is exactly okay. You know when you open up a steak, when you get like from the grocery store and you open it up,
Oh yeah.
It's that,
It's kind of yeah.
but more.
It's like meat. Yeah.
It's literally meat. I was gonna say like
meaty.
it's like so dead body is just like meat going bad because
Rotten
there's
meat.
no fucking
Yeah.
soul in there anymore. It's just the flesh and so
Yeah, that's one
it's
way
like
to put it.
yeah, like you could just like let's take out a fucking steak and put it out and just wait a week and
Yeah.
then multiply that by a lot
Yeah.
and that's
Interesting.
so. Anyways, yeah, so I killed my mom and I ate her.
Nice. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. There was a comedian in New York killed his mom that time.
What?
There's some comedian used to hang out, do open mics with us. He had long. I
Oh,
think we
God.
googled him before. He had long hair, and then he used to hang out. I think he was one of those guys that would laugh. I don't know if you ever did open mics in New York, but
No, I never did.
they just too good, natural. They said, "Don't bother." They saw me and they said, "Skip
Get
ahead,
outta here.
straight up to the top with you." So
Yeah.
straight up to the cellar.
You're not gonna kill anybody.
No need. But I think he would laugh like a lot. He was like one of those guys where he would laugh at the back of an open mic. You know when open mics are just silence, but there was always like 3 people would come in like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna change the fucking tone of this mic right here.
Yeah. I'll break him.
I should go do mics, Dave. You want to bring me? We should go do a little mic.
I don't
run.
mind. I don't mind doing them.
We should go do a little mic run sometime.
I think it's fun.
I just
to
don't know where to go. When am I gonna go? The pink cupboard or whatever it's fucking called. What's
Yeah,
it called?
tiny cupboard.
The tiny
Go to
cupboard.
QED. It's fucking
QED.
yeah. Do QED.
That's a bit far. I literally live outside the door. I live across the street. That's where I'm homeless and
I think it's literally 5
Go to
steps
that.
from your
Go to that
Yeah,
place in
no, but-
Astoria that's down the block. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
But how much is it? You gotta pay.
Yeah, you buy like a
I don't like that.
beer. Buy a beer. They
Well, I
usually-
don't do that anyway. I don't like the fucking. Don't force.
You
me
don't have
do it.
to.
Don't
Yeah, I
force
know,
me to
I
do
know,
it.
I
Don't fucking force me to do that. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Grove is free. Grove 34.
Growth 34.
What's
Yeah.
that?
It's on 34. It's in Astoria.
And do they still?
That's where everyone.
Oh,
does,
Sarah
I know what
Tolomash
it
is
is.
shooting her special.
Tolomash.
I know.
Tolomash is Houston. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, Houston.
take her back.
I love her. She's one of the funniest. He hates her. He hates women.
I fucking do hate her. I have a question. Here's a question. This came up, and you might ponder this. Now,
Yeah,
I,
what's
don't,
up?
I don't know. By the way, your headphones are sticking out your titty.
Oh shit.
I don't know. You don't want to lose them.
Yeah, thank you.
If they were earbuds now, you'd be fucked.
I know. I can't. They drain your battery.
The earbuds do?
Yeah, man. I can't stand it.
I just lose them. I lose everything. So I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck that.
I have a pair of them, and then I got one as a gift for my birthday, and I was like, I don't want these. I don't want these. I have 2 pairs of these things. $20 for the wired headphones. I like doing the untangling, get some anxiety out.
Sure you do.
Just get this fucking anxiety out. Fucking no battery stays where it's at. Sorry, so what's the question?
I don't know. Here's the question.
Yeah.
They say men are like men can be misogynistic until jury's out. Apparently, according to some of them, if you know what I mean. According to the mainstream media, according to the people who are just like, by the way, hashtag Russell Brand shout out. Shout out to Russell Brand. It's a hit piece, dude. Dude, they didn't like what you were saying about the fucking military-industrial complex. So
He was waxing poetic actually.
he was pretty fucking. He's pretty fucking. Is it red pilled? Brand is pretty much red pilled. Here's the problem. Sure, he did rape all those women, but that doesn't mean that stuff he said is now suddenly a lie. Look, he's definitely a rapist, right?
Two things can be true.
I can't say he's definitely that either. Yeah, he's definitely right about Joe Biden not being fit to run a country at the same time as raping women. Like, I don't think that you can't just say he's wrong about that now.
Every time you say raping women, I'm like, am I gonna get to keep my job?
Do you have it? What are you doing?
I write on the Tonight Show, but we're on strike.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's never coming back. That is never coming back. Don't make no mistake about it. That is never coming back. You are fucked. You are fucked.
Dude, you know,
Who even hosted? They don't even have a host, do they?
it's me now.
Is it?
Yeah. Like I'm out there and I'm like,
It's all right. You were kind of racially ambiguously
I'm
kind of.
like, hey, we're starting. That's the opening line I came up with. Yeah, spent a bit of time working on that.
I don't know.
That's what we got to.
What's the
that's
music?
where we-
What's the music? How does it? What's the intro music? To
It's
the
actually
Tonight Show?
Curb Your Enthusiasm, but it's Indian.
I like it.
And your host, Bobby Moynihan.
Yeah.
SNL.
Yes, I like so anyway, Russell Brand, I don't know if he raped women, I don't know if he didn't rape women. The point being is he still had some fucking fire points about the mainstream media. Right? Let's not forget that.
Told in an annoying British accent.
Yes.
Loud.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Don't like the Brits here. But they say people are misogynistic until often they have a daughter, and then that will change their kind of way they treat the world. Or at least there's a lot of times people have daughters, they become more compassionate to women's fucking bullshit, right? So, but now that people aren't having kids till much older because of capitalism, does that mean that the misogynistic eras of our life is getting postponed? So you're not really having an epiphany. You're not really realizing that women are humans until you're in your fucking 40s.
I mean, I get the point.
Do you know what I'm saying, folks? Folks,
hey,
I've got a question for the guest. That was a segment called.
40 minutes into it, so we do the segment called "I Have a Question."
It's a segment's called "Question for the Guest," and then we do this.
It's not okay. It's necessary.
Shout out! I like that one. At least that one was a clean cut edit by Dave. Dave's pumped for that one. Look, Dave is pumped.
Dude, if you guys
His little project. He came in here. He downloaded a bunch of audio.
if you guys don't put a graphic up there that says "segment time," question for the guest, you have to cut it up that way
Yeah, that is a good segment.
with some theme music and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Questions for the guest.
It's. There's a lot of follow-up questions I want to ask you, but like I was gonna say, like for like
No.
No.
Sorry. Sorry, what question? Sorry, what? That's a segment later on called Tit for Tat. Now it's time for he's allowed to ask me questions back.
I feel there's probably a fucking point there, you know, that if we are delaying having children, which means, but at the same time, it's like also like now you're looking at the way people are viewing genders, so it's like it's also you're seeing more polar opposite people too, so like people leaning too much into. I think the pendulum's swinging back. So what I was gonna say is like on your point, I get the kids being delayed part, but there's also seems to be more empathy than there's ever been. Maybe too much, honestly. That was my thing. It was like sometimes you see these like the new like I hate the people that make fun of like Gen Z because I'm like they're actually fucking pretty dope. You know, they made cigarettes legal again. It's made out of water. Somehow it's worse for you. Like,
that's
you're pretty fucking. You're fucking everybody. You're not getting married. You're going on vacation all the time. You guys are pretty metal. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're a pretty good group. There's no genres anymore. Music's blending. Your hair's blue. I'm in for all of it. But the one thing that I'm like on is like the
trans.
The like
Trans rights.
You know my because I tell you a real funny thing. Real fun is my mom is like always trying to be on. She just got her undergrad. 6 years part-time. She's been going to school. Got her undergrad.
Nice.
Now studying for her master's. She's 68. Fucking love her to death.
Hell yeah.
She's always trying to stay like on the tip. Like she wants to know what's up. One time we were talking about drug use or something. I brought up Whitney Houston, and my mom goes, "Because she's trans?" And I go, "No." And she goes, "Well, you know, sometimes they are." she just heard that people are trans, so she wants to make sure that she's not fucking up.
Okay.
And so it's like a cute thing where she's like, "Well, just just trying to be better."
Because she's trans, and you're like,
No, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. She just always is like, because you got to remember.
I don't even know I wish I knew what the sentence was that you said, and then she went, because she's trans.
I was like talking about how Whitney Houston died in a bathtub from a drug overdose.
Yeah.
And then she was like, because she's trans. And I was like, what?
I don't think you have any idea what that means. She Hey, trans lives matter.
Yeah,
And just walked away.
Just
It's like,
doing,
"Yeah."
she's just doing her best. Yeah,
That's pretty fucking funny.
No, but I was gonna say, like, when they're like, when there's too much empathy. By that I mean like when you're like someone was mean to me and like I can't the trauma, and you're like, everything can't be trauma. Like you got to have a little bit of a backbone. That's not a man or woman thing. It's just like you have to be an adult.
Yeah.
Grow up a little bit and maybe a little bit faster.
Yeah, life is nothing but pain. Get fucking used to it.
Yeah, get used to a little bit of pain.
Quit your fucking jibbing and jabbing and get to work, all right?
Jibbin and Jabbin is actually my dad's full name.
Is it?
Jibbin and Jabbin.
Jibbing and jabbing. What a nice guy.
You know what? I fucking love it too, because like I'll do like funny racist shit on stage, and they'll be like, "What?" And I'm like, "The call's coming from inside the house, motherfucker." And I'm like, "I'm joking. We're kidding."
Yeah, we're having fun.
Yeah, when it's fun, it's like I can hear some racist shit where it's not even like a slur, and I'm like, I don't like the way someone said something, and I'm like, I've gone through my own fair share of racist shit in my life. I'm sure you have too, as an Irish person. No,
Well, I'm certainly on one side of it.
yeah.
Certainly, I've certainly witnessed a lot of racism.
I
Might
have caused some of it.
I may have been the guy with a speakerphone and
Dude,
screaming at the rally.
Dude, I was like, we got in when I got to Texas. A big slur for Indian people was that they'd be like, "Oh, this fucking Gandhi," and I wanted to be like,
Gandhi.
"Do you guys even? No, he's because at the time we didn't know he was like sleeping with 15-year-olds.
Okay,
At the time, it was just
Nice.
Yeah. At the time,
Huh?
that's why he always had the sheet wrapped around him, just ready to go at any moment's notice.
I am more likely to have sex if I got to bed naked. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Little trick out there, folks. I don't know if you sleep with clothes on, but if you ever sleep naked, you're more likely to. I think I'm more likely to fuck.
But you have to have somebody there.
Of course, yes.
Yes,
That
okay.
also increases the odds.
That
Correct.
increases the odds
We
like
all-
100%.
6 tips to increase the odds of having sex.
Have another person there.
Be naked.
Be naked.
Yeah.
They're awake and alive. They can speak words.
That's where we differ. Okay, between.
It's like hit the sound key right there.
Oh, let's see what this one is.
Suck these big Irish balls.
That worked. that was good timing.
And then that's number 6.
That's Conor McGregor. Conor's on this a lot.
Do you believe that thing about him quartering that woman in the bathroom at MSG or whatever?
That story was odd.
It was so insane.
But I do think that's it. I don't know.
That's one of those ones that could literally flip on either side because it's so crazy that you could be.
Where was it? Was that some game or something?
It was at like a. Yeah, it was at a.
None of these guys ever did anything wrong. Conor
Also-
McGregor, Russell Brand, they're all fine. This is all just him and his fucking co-workers. They're bored because they can't write anything about Trump right now. Okay,
Jesus.
they fucking. What was the guy? He moved back to Africa. He left just fucking with nothing to do. Who used to host the show, The Daily Show? Trevor Noah left
Trevor
you,
Noah.
and now you're all just wandering around like kids. You have no one to lead.
On
you.
Tonight Show.
Oh, whatever it is. I don't know.
Doesn't even know.
I thought you were at the Trevor Noah one. Oh, you're the Tonight Show. I've been
Yeah.
on that.
Hassan's lying.
I know the Tonight Show. I've been on the Tonight Show.
Actually,
Tonight Show's good. I like the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Did anyone talk to you about the fucking it's a horrible place thing?
No, I mean
The Jimmy Fallon thing?
No, I was there for like. This is not me. I was there for 2 months. Like I've been on strike longer than when I worked there, and so I've talked to the writers. We had a meeting with them. Like I'm listening. I think I'm too new to have an opinion.
That's fair.
I don't know. Like I was there for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And we've been on strike for 4 months now.
Yeah.
So like asking me is like I don't.
Did they hit you up though? When they were doing the article, did you hear? Did you never hear nothing?
No. I remember we went through rounds of submission in December. The way that I see it is like from around us. The complaints that I heard is like the complaints that anyone would have at a job.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
And it's like a high pressure daily thing. But again, I was there for 8 weeks, so I can't.
Yeah.
There's no like, what do you call it? Like in science where you have to have like there's no long enough history for me to be like,
Yeah, of course.
Oh, so
you can't go in somewhere once and be like, that's a terrible restaurant.
Yeah, so my experience was good, but my experience was too short-lived to speak on what the past was. Because they were talking about a history of showrunners, a history of stuff. Is like, again, I had 2 months there.
But right now, you think it was fine.
Yeah, I had a good 2-month run. You know, I was also learning a lot. So it's like you get popped into this machine, and you're just like looking at 50,000 different things every day, and every 2 hours there's stuff that's due. So you're just trying to do that. So
Yeah.
that's as most of my shit. But
Yeah, so the people that complain are weak. That's what I think that's. I know. I understand you want to get working in there again, so you have to be very diplomatic. But you're weak.
I do
You're
have
a
to
little
be-
rat. Jimmy's a saint. Jimmy Fallon is a good guy, and he's helped lots of comedians out, and he was very nice to me.
Yeah.
So that's all I give a fuck about. And these people, these little rats, these little college rats, these interns, they don't know. He kept screaming at me that I was showing up late. Shut the fuck up. Get me a coffee, cunt. These are the facts. Jimmy Sheet Underwear, as you know, is a sponsor of this podcast. They were created by U.S. Army Sergeant Robert Patton during a 2008 sandstorm in Iraq, which is, you think he would have been focusing on living. But he's like, no. My nuts must not touch my penis. And he created a new type of underwear. By the way, talk about shout out to the troops, but Robert Patton texted me after my stand-up comedy special and said, I see you were wearing sheet during your special. Great stuff. I was like, oh my God, what a psychopath. And now I'm like, at what point did I must have lifted up my arm at one point and then just a little peek of the thing, and he just goes, recognize those undies anyway. So this he also was upset that I didn't wear I did Matt and Shane's podcast. I wasn't wearing sheet. I was wearing just literally a non-brand, but I only wear sheet. It was a laundry day, and then he was like, must send you more sheet if you're not going to be wearing sheet. And he had a meltdown. He had PTSD. He was in the sandstorm again. He was like, I can't believe this was such an opportunity to advertise sheet. And he went with a non-brand. Like, it wasn't even a brand. It's not like I said, no, I'm wearing something else. It was literally like, this is just, they're not even real underwear. They were like a joke underwear. Anyway, wear sheet. That's all we wear. All your favorite comedians all wear sheet underwear. And these are the facts. Go to sheetunderwear.com. Use code Collie, COLLIE, and get 20% off your first order. Plus, Sheet Underwear's 100% money back guarantee. That's sheetunderwear.com, promo code Collie. Get Sheet Underwear, support the show, support your balls. We are back with another ad read from Factor. Thank God I said some horrible things the last time. Celebrate the new season with delicious meals that take 2 minutes and practically zero effort. I've gotten these Factor meals, gave me and my family a introduction kit, and they are solid. They're as convenient as a microwavable meal, but as healthy as something you would prepare at home, and they do taste delicious. I had a lot of them. There was a mushroom one that I didn't eat. Don't like mushrooms. Had to throw it out. Feel pretty bad, but I'm not eating your mushrooms. I'm not a mushroom guy. There's just something that it's like slugs or something. They don't taste good. I don't even like truffle fries. Is this bad? Have we just turned into taste buds with Joe DeRosa going, you don't like truffle fries? What are you, an idiot? So I've eaten them. They're good. Factor meals are the best. You can choose from over 34 weekly meal options that are fresh, never frozen. They do come in one of those packages where it's like liquid ice or whatever, so that they stay frozen. It's pretty solid. They're a pretty solid meal, especially if you're tracking your calories. I know a big fat comedian right now who's been losing weight using them, and I cannot say who it is because he's probably embarrassed. Because big fat men aren't supposed to lose weight. You know what I mean? You're supposed to or at least you're not supposed to actively lose weight. You're supposed to just show up one day. It's fucking. I lost some weight, did I? Probably all the fucking I was doing. Nah, I don't care what I look like. Then you go home and cry. You look at your titties and go, So Factor Meals will stop you from having man tits. Head over to factormeals.com/Collie50 and use code Collie50 to get 50% off. That's code Collie50 at factormeals.com/Collie50 to get 50% off. Let him wear blackface. He's allowed. I stand by it. You've got me in your corner, Jimmy. The blackface thing was good. Bring it back. They're fucking. Where's real comedy, Jim? Drink on the job. No one gives a fuck.
Oh my God, I have to go. We gotta cut so much of that. For me to have any amount of a career, you have to cut like so much of that. You gotta the whole Colum tirade that just happened. You gotta.
We'll send it to the Patreon. Now have you blurred out?
It comes out as just the promo clip. Find out who the guest is.
Can we just blur you out for those 2 minutes?
Oh my God.
Can we blur you out like you're like giving a witness statement? So then there's no chance of it ever getting back to you at all. I'm just saying, I'm on his side. I'm on your boss's side. Whose side? I'm on your boss's side. Shout out to Jimmy Fallon. These hit pieces. That's the same girl who wrote the fucking shit about Ellen and all the type of stuff. You know. And here's another thing about the Ellen thing. It's like, yeah, so what? Yeah, I get it. You asked for time off so your children could have a surgery, and she threw a coffee in your face. That happens. You're working for Ellen. You're working for Ellen. I'm so sorry. Say goodbye to your child and get to work. I'm sorry. Do we want good TV or do we want?
He's like back on the side of gay when they're mean.
Yeah.
He's like, if the gay people are mean, I'm in.
Yeah, I don't care. I was never anti-gay. I'd be mean.
No, right before we started the podcast, you looked at me and you said, if there's one thing I am, it's anti-gay. And then we started the podcast. You don't remember that?
That's part of my. Happened. That's a thing that I'm doing.
You showed me your brand new merch. You lifted your shirt up.
If there's
says,
one thing
I
am,
it's anti-gay. And then it was your face on it, and then your website at the bottom.
I may not be a lot of things,
but one thing I am is
anti-gay. Just.
Yeah, as a statement.
Yes.
And then you went, it's a mock-up, and he threw the shirt
And then on the back it goes, except for Ellen.
Yeah.
Stand by Ellen.
Because she's mean.
Because she's mean. Be a mean gay guy. Be a mean gay person. Be mean, and then that's fine.
And then that's fine.
That is fine.
It's a lot of letters on a shirt. I will say it's a lot of stuff on a shirt.
All these people that get, though, like, stuff against them, I always end up liking them more. I don't know if I have some sort of a resilience thing in my heart. Like, Jimmy Fallon I like more now. It's like... Yeah.
Well, it's like when Mulaney went through his
Yes.
It's what it does is it humanizes because the people. I mean, we're comics, so we're always in between watching media and actually performing. But if you're like an everyday American watching stuff, this has a tendency to dehumanize the person behind the screen. So when you see some real thing happen, you're reminded that that's a person you're watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really a sex tape comes
does.
out.
Yeah.
A cancellation happens. Drug overdose happens. You're like, oh, this is people. And then when you start figuring out it's people, you'll realize all this shit is people.
Yeah.
There's no gods, no masters. You're just with people.
No gods, no masters.
You're with people. It's everyone around you is human beings.
Yeah.
Your favorite fucking David Bowie woke up every morning and took a big runny dump and, wrote, Ziggy Stardust. He's a human. David Bowie woke up, had some bad fish, wiped too many times, bled a little bit, and then wrote Golden Years.
Just this motivational speech you're giving people.
I know.
It's like a crowd of people go, no, guys.
And everyone's the same.
It's like the end of a movie. And they're like, yeah, David Bowie had shits.
It's like, I know.
And we're all like,
yeah, a slow clap. In the
yes,
back.
he got it.
I'm just like you guys.
Guys, we all do. Katy Perry fucking farts sometimes.
Yeah.
Come on. We're all
We're
all normal.
It's taken me a long time to realize that. And once you realize that, really, you're like, everything is great.
But, I defend the Tonight Show. The Tonight Show is great. Ellen, I defend too, I think. But also, here's the thing, is people from the industry. You've heard of... Ellen was always known as a notoriously cunty person to work for. That's well known. Mm-hmm. And then they were again. It's not. I don't think it's illegal to be fucking. You don't have to be nice. That's the problem. Is they expect everyone. They want bosses to walk in with culture cookies and a massage and say that's great.
Someone I was with on Lewis's podcast, and then Dancer Mage. He had a good point where he just said, I think it's based off of the brand that you are, because if you're someone who's known as being mean publicly, and then you're mean, people are like, that's just that guy.
Yeah.
But then if you're known as someone that's being really nice, and then something comes out that's against the public brand, then people are like, what? Yeah. It's disturbing. Yeah, it's the Cosby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of someone who's overtly, when I don't want to bring up Bill Maher. I really fucking hate that guy, but is that your hero?
Dude, don't get caught up in his legal battles, I tell you. Last time I mentioned Bill Maher and the whole children thing, I got dragged.
What happened?
Not getting up there.
Not getting up there?
No. But let's just say he's definitely
Can I hit
molested
one?
a lot of kids.
Can I hit?
Yeah.
Whoa!
No, touch it. Just
Anything?
Yeah, just smack it.
That's mentally retarded as far as I'm concerned.
By the way, I don't think the beep is in the correct position at all, is it?
That's mentally retarded as far as I'm
He
concerned.
goes, where'd you get this from? Someone else's YouTube channel? Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. But look, Jimmy Fallon's a good guy, and I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a problem to be a mean. You know, remember Bill O'Reilly? Like, you hear of him and a toxic workplace.
We'll do it live.
Where he would walk in, and if like someone looked at him, he would like fire. Like, you had to walk in. There was like rules of like, if he walked in, everyone had to shut the fuck up, look at their feet, and not say anything. And if anyone was like said anything, he would just go. He would literally just throw some at them, kick them out.
Did you know the fucking
Pretty
most
sick.
insane? Yeah, that's. I was gonna think of the
Pretty sick. Look, listen, I don't condone it, but it must feel good. It's like killing a small animal.
Yeah.
I'm not up for it, but it must feel pretty.
like Succession style, like the main dad in Succession, the old dude.
Yeah, Logan Roy. Fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck off. Yeah.
Get some other cunt to pay you $1 million a fucking week. Ah.
Do you remember that episode?
That's like my favorite
Do
one.
you remember that episode where he got everybody? They're having this big dinner, and he gets everyone on the floor to bark like a dog.
Oh yeah.
It's like crazy. Like
it's not. I
watched
forgot
that
about
and I
that
was
one.
like, this is some of the most insane.
Yeah, the sadistic, and he's like, "Please, Roy." He's like, "Do it." Oh yeah, I could really get a load of that.
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
really find myself just
getting
addicted to that kind
the
of
power.
humiliation and power, and next thing you know, you're in my backyard
I was thinking
wearing
about
a
that
tutu.
in a weird way. I was thinking about that today because I was like, if you're like Kardashian or something, like I was just like, once you, I don't know why this stopped off in my head, but like once you get so much money and everything's available, it must feel very empty because there's nothing more to aspire to.
That's what they. Yeah, that's what
Like the fun part about being like working class or poor is when a lobster comes, you're like,
yeah.
you know. But if you're eating that every day,
I know.
you're like, like if your porn search is on like page 242, you've ran out of stuff.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
is. Yeah, I'm like, because I'm on a big kick now where I'm trying to limit the amount of like instant gratification in
Yes.
my life. Trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah,
Trying to like, you know,
slow play it a little bit.
cutting out the coffee, so then it gets a bit of a bad things like that. Yeah. So, but you must get to a. It's not easy with money. Money is like, you want money because money just gives you the security to do everything else. Sure,
Yeah.
you don't need $1 billion.
Totally.
Sure, but you know, just a small little house somewhere,
Dude,
just a piece of shit land that's not even like just in the Nevada desert. I'd be happy.
I
with.
went through such a tough like honestly like comedy for such a long time, family stuff. Like it was like financially so like I can't even get into it. So the minute stuff even started turning around a little bit, I remember just like the fact that I could go out to dinner and like grab my friend's dinner.
Yeah,
That was like everything to me.
nice.
Like it's like the best feeling where like you're like, oh, just for this small thing that used to be a big thing.
yeah,
It's now a small thing. That feeling is so great.
It is sick.
Just to have like a nice dinner and then not be like, oh, I'm worried about this, you know. And someone and if my friend's like, I'm going through some shit. I'm like, order whatever you want. We fucking got this.
Nice. Get the fucking onion rings, dude.
It's-
I like
it-
it.
yeah,
Get the
it's
blooming onion.
If
Get the
that's
blooming onion, it's on me.
Fuck it, to have comedy provide that. That's everything.
Yeah, it is pretty sick to pay. The first
Yeah.
time you ever like pay your rent and you go, this is for my words.
Oh yeah, like little.
Everyone
things
has
like
words,
that.
but mine earn money, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It's
Fuck
nice.
you.
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, but I understand, like, because I'm at the point now where it's like, you know, like a charcuterie board kind of
Yeah.
bores me now. I've had enough of them now where I'm like,
Yeah.
that used to be the sign of like, oh, we're living it up.
Yeah,
If I showed up
yeah.
at like a Christmas party and there was like some cured meats and some cheeses, I was like, yo,
Oh yeah.
this is it.
Yeah,
This is what
yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Zuckerberg lives like.
Yeah,
Now I'm
yeah.
like, yeah.
Who's got a sword?
Yes, yes. Who's got a submersive? I want to go see things underneath. That is what happens. I think you just run out of stuff.
That's why it's super important. You know, not because I'm always, you know,
Well,
in here, but you always gotta be internal to.
oh, we
to
got some. Yeah,
settle
yeah.
down your shit.
Sorry. We got to better do a question from the page. Was there anything good? Yeah, give us one. Give us a dude. If you guys want to get a question read on the podcast, head over to patreon.com/Colum Tyrrell. We also get an extra episode every single week. And obviously, do you have anything to plug
When does this come out?
today?
Oh, Kansas City, this weekend, Houston next weekend, and then Denver the following weekend. So if you're out in Denver, come see me at the Comedy Underground. And if you're in Kansas City, that fucking sucks.
What are you doing, Kansas? I'm doing the Comedy Underground in a few weeks too.
Yeah, I love that place. I'm doing a Don't Tell on Friday, and I'm headlining one show at Barrel of the Bottoms on Saturday. It's a quick 2-day trip.
Oh, nice.
Just en route to Houston.
En
it
route to Houston.
Kind of worked out.
En route to Houston. These are their little country songs.
Yeah.
Little.
Well, en route to Houston.
Well, it ain't easy being Indian in Houston. Yeah, something like that.
Because they're putting all the fentanyl in the coke. Yeah.
Yeah, fentanyl in my cocaine. There better be fentanyl in my cocaine.
Well, I'm riding the fucking 6 train. I don't know why he's cursing.
Yeah,
why is he cursing?
I'm in the 6 train, riding the 6 train to the Bronx.
That'd be funny.
Good old American living.
There is not one single New York City country song.
Oh, that is pretty damn
That's
good.
something.
Yeah,
That's something.
Try that in the Bronx.
There isn't one.
There's an all-American Bronx. I went into my bodega.
Got a vegan croissant.
Yeah, got myself a vegetable empanada.
Rolling Stones called the song "quote unquote" extremely confusing.
Yeah.
Billboard says it's literally for no one.
Number 1 in the charts. We just need to have a sort of a like fucking. I don't like these immigrants changing Manhattan.
He just doubles down.
Yeah, he just
everything you think about country.
I want to have a beer. Can't park my truck anywhere.
Wait, have you heard? Oh fuck! I got to show you this. We got to play this before we go to these questions. Have you heard that?
The questions aren't important. The questions are always bad. If you guys have questions, send them in to me.
This comedian,
especially on the Patreon, where I do a bonus episode every week solo, and I answer all of your questions. So make sure you head over there. But realistically, the questions are always terrible. And
the fucking comedian country singer. What's his name? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Got quiet.
Fuck,
I'll find this. I'll send it to you.
The comedian country singer?
Yeah, he like makes fun of country. It's like an act.
Oh, yeah.
But it was so good that some people like it ironically and some people genuinely like it. And he has like a song called like Lick My Balls and stuff.
Oh, really? Bo Burnham did a good one about the country thing, about being a millionaire, but just gone, bottle of bud, got my truck.
Yes, that just showed
American
up.
Stuff. And but I met that guy down the mothership. Shout out to Joe Rogan. You know, even though this guy's employer wouldn't like it. He's joking. You're mainstream media right here. I was down there, and then that ginger kid, you know, that ginger guy went viral. He was like a rich man north of Richmond. Yeah, he was there. So he lit up. He caught the people. The thing is, you gotta.
Who was it?
His name is Oliver something. He blew up. You didn't see the video? He's the first person in the world to ever have a number 1 in the Billboard charts, and never have been anywhere before. He recorded a video like as part of some sort of an outdoor series in Virginia or something like that, and it went viral. And it's like
he's just like a singer.
Yeah, he's just a singer, and he sang a song about complaining about the wealth.
He said that I saw this. I didn't know who it was. I saw this interview with
Oliver
him
Anthony
in his truck. It's that one, the second row to the right in his truck. He goes, there's people that come up to me that are conservative, and they're like, thanks for saying all that stuff. And he goes, I'm not on your side either, you idiot.
Yeah,
he's like, you didn't get. Wasn't like he was talking about. He's like, people don't necessarily get what I'm actually referring to. They think it's like a political.
He was just complaining about
classism.
I think he was complaining about the rich in general. But he also did have he did have some lines in it about fatties being on welfare. Out of nowhere, he just went like that. If you're 300 pounds and you're on welfare, whatever.
Holy shit!
And then because everyone liked it, even like the fucking liberals liked it. Going, this is crazy.
Until that part,
and then it just got to that one part where it's just like, you get out of nowhere. It's like, if you're 300 pounds,
there's someone in the back like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and then he gets into it. He's like, don't get me started on the
Take 47.
those gangbangers in Chicago. Just out of nowhere.
We got to hit him up to write our New York country song.
Seemed like a good guy. I mean, I don't know. He did Rogan, and I just saw a clip or whatever, but he certainly was just like, this is the last I'm ever going to talk about politics because I've got a wide range of songs, and it seems like I'm whatever. But yeah, so that we could just copy him and just create this kind of a rural Manhattan guy going, Tribeca's turned to shit. You know, that type of stuff. Can't get a barbecue in Tribeca no more.
Country New York guy is fucking
Country New York
awesome,
guy's the
dude.
best, and
He
he's like,
fucking rules.
Yeah, just talking about Central Park.
He's talking about reverse racism and reverse gentrification, but also regular gentrification.
Yeah,
You're
this is
like,
the
what?
man, dude. I think this is the goal.
Yeah,
just
this is
a big bearded banjo player from fucking
Long Island City. He's got to live in a neutral part of
a
town.
little bit country.
He's
Yeah.
got to live in a neutral part of
Yeah,
town.
and he has like weird colloquialisms
Yeah.
from Long Island City, like the 7 train.
Yeah, he's also upset that it's called Long Island City. He's like, you can't be an island and a city.
Yeah.
He also doesn't get most things.
My day was called South Astoria. All right, so what was it? We had a question from the folks. Was it? Or were you gonna say something that I interrupted?
No,
You
I couldn't.
never found
I
that
couldn't
guy.
find that guy, but I'll find it. and send
We'll
it to
edit
you.
it in and post. What are we doing here? Who are we going?
We can go with Alasdair Mitchell. I guess we can add you into this as well. So if Colum, Dave, and Fonzie and our guest had historical jobs from previous eras, what would their jobs be? What would your jobs be, guys, in the past?
I'd be a jester. I'm a jester. I've got to put on a hat, and it has bells everywhere. You know, like 7 or 8 bells.
Yeah.
And then I would come out, tiny little guy, and I'd be like, the king has bad breath. The king has bad breath. And they'd be like, ha, kill him.
Yeah.
Kill him. Give him some fruit for the first time and let him overdose from the sugar. I'm like, I'm spazzing out from a lemon.
The king has bad breath.
That's what it was. It was tinka, diddly. The king has bad breath. Berries and cream.
Oh my god.
That's
So-
that's my job. I'm the court gesture.
There's another jester in the back. He's like, I did the bad breath thing last week. This guy's fucking
He goes, that's just a take on the
Classic.
king has bad
it's classic.
farts.
Yeah, we all have it.
That's just the same.
Yeah.
That's just he just remixed the king has bad farts.
I did that in Yorkshire last week.
Bro, I said the queen has fucking bad breath.
You just changed it, man.
The queen is a fat cunt.
Yeah.
Off with her head.
I was clapping like this.
And they're
but
like that.
That's better that way.
Let's invade France. The French are the. There's like a slur for the French. That'd be pretty sick.
Some guys in the back with a match. That's the light.
Oh yeah. Or an arrow flies in. Pretty damn sick though. Then to be the edgy boy who shows up and was like, ka-ching.
You guys ready?
The king. I actually think the king can't fucking get anyone pregnant. Yo, what's the deal with the king's balls, dude? King can't get anyone pregnant. Boo. Gay ass king. And then you just get killed. You're 14 years old and your children have no father.
Some guys in the back like, bring back the bad breath guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's like the dice.
Yeah, he's the dice clay.
Yeah, that's my idea. I'm an old school gesture and I'm just tearing.
Just rocking it.
Yeah, I'm like Jeff Ross. If you're here, who's being a fat cunt?
Yeah, pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I think so.
Jeff Ross actually kind of looks like he's from the old times.
Jeff. Yeah.
Like he could be in like a Game of Thrones thing, and I'd be like, I get it.
Jeff Ross is like when they have like a hidden camera show and they dress a celebrity up as a big fat bald man. That's kind of Jeff Ross. Did you ever see that when they go, I would not even know. That's Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, that's Bradley.
In a fat bald suit.
Yeah. The joke is that he's
He's
ugly.
pretty good at comedy for Bradley Cooper. Jeff Ross is pretty damn good at comedy for Bradley Cooper in a fat suit.
That's a pretty solid act.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Who knew? No writers, they're on strike. Anyway, we're only roasting. We're only roasting.
Pretty good.
We're only roasting.
Pretty good. I think I would be a lute player.
A lute?
Yeah. Play the fucking little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What did we have a time? Did we
Or can I just say this?
yes, of course.
Just like a guy that like what's it called? The guy that like makes like swords and knives, like the with
Swordsman.
Blacksmith.
yeah, blacksmith.
Swordsmith.
I'd
Blacksmith's not fucking
just
blacksmith.
whatever with the hammer.
It's a swordsmith.
The hammer, but it's hot. When the hammer is hot.
A hot hammer.
And you're like, doing this.
Ching.
I'd be so fucking good at that.
Yeah, it's like a Budweiser commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Like, chunk.
I'd be so good.
Yeah.
Are you handy?
It could be. It's my fantasy. I want the hammer to be hot.
Yeah, it's
gonna be a hot hammer,
He could be your hands.
They're like, what do you do? He's like, I don't fucking
When
know.
you hear his
Like,
fucking, he's gonna be like, fucking, yeah, NFL running back, fucking, like, just immediately, he's like, what's your one?
1600
better than
NFL
LeBron.
running back.
Better than LeBron. Just that's it. I'm a player who's better than LeBron. Yeah, so what year is that? That's from any era? The 1800s. That's more
1800s? What are they asking for?
Any era. They said it could be anything like ancient Egypt, World War II, anything.
I think also maybe 70s, disco, black chick with an afro, pretty sexy on the dance floor. You know, that kind of like, and your name is like Sexy Fox.
That's going to be you? That's what you
me,
would be?
yeah.
Black lady with
I'm a fucking tall black lady in 1972.
Yeah.
And I'm dancing and I'm doing this type of stuff. And I've got a little tiny gun in my purse. That's like I could legit do that. I'm doing coke.
Wait, you could switch genders in the past?
For sure.
Oh, I didn't know that was a part of it.
That was...
All right,
no,
fine. I'm going to go with his one.
Hey, you're allowed to switch genders as long as you would admit it's all in here and not in reality. These are the facts. You can switch any genders you want when we're playing make-believe. I'm going to come back I'm just going to go back to now as a female comedian and be on HBO.
You're already on The Tonight Show?
Yeah, but imagine how many times I would have been on had I been a woman.
And
imagine how many times I'd be on that show if I was a woman.
At least twice.
Probably. I'd be too big for it to do it a third time, for sure. That's exactly... I agree with you.
But hey, Gas Digital.
Oh, yeah. What about him?
You did it.
Yeah. You did it, too. Well, you did the podcast.
I didn't do the special.
Well, that's on my YouTube channel, so check out the thing. Maybe, would you do a special with them?
Yeah, I do a special with them.
All right. Yeah. I would love to. Yeah.
Look, have you guys noticed that women are bad?
Yes. Yes.
Pretty good, right?
I did have one bit in my special at one point about women being crazy or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I saw that clip about the Mexicans in the cages that made me laugh.
That was not bad, right?
President Yo. I was fucking dying. It's so funny.
It's not bad.
President Yo. And then he said, to the kitchens.
Oh,
where
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
make less than everyone.
Yeah, dude.
Thought that was
but that was like
hilarious.
me. That was like me. Like, you know, that was like me.
Yeah.
A commentary on how the Mexicans are treated when they're on.
Yeah,
that
that's why it's
wasn't-
funny.
That wasn't me saying that stuff. That
I know,
was
no,
me.
but honest. But that's why it's...
I know, but most people don't get that.
That's
They
the-
think you're
on
just
them.
being the racist. I'm like, no, I'm doing an impression of
That's literally the
liberals.
definition of satire.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
understand people that are watching comedy that don't
Thank
get
you. Thank
satire.
You see that? Thank you.
It's actually infuriating.
Now, a lot of the other parts was me genuinely just being racist, but that one particular part was me. That
and then
was
later on when he said, I actually don't like them,
Hey,
that was...
whatever you do not confuse this for satire.
Yeah.
I stopped down a disclaimer.
Yeah. Which is his other T-shirt.
I think
This is not satire. I don't like them. You know, them, all of them. Colum Tyrrell.
you know the them.
Yeah.
It's like the devil. Whatever the devil is to you is what the devil is to, you know, it's whoever you think is the devil. And if you don't like them,
Yeah.
we know who we're talking about.
Isn't
the
it,
enemy.
Isn't it crazy that there's this concept? I was going to do a bit, and I don't want to do it now. I decided in the middle of it wasn't worth it.
Thank God.
You know when the devil...
Please do the devil bit.
You know when the devil is like, he's like, oh, like I'll give you this if you just sell me your, like he signs like does the contract.
You go, oh, you want to be the best fiddler?
Yeah. And then
Sign the contract.
It's
No,
true.
don't read the fine
Yeah,
print
but-
where I get to enslave you forever.
yeah, but if the guy goes,
I know the
oh,
devil.
what's your name? And he goes, oh, I'm the devil. You'd think that you're like, I bet this isn't in my best interest.
Yeah, have you met the devil?
Yeah.
No, he's dressed up nice. He's looking
Yeah, but
good.
he's like, here's a contract, and then
No.
he tells you all the things. There's no party that's like, but wait, he's the devil.
yeah.
Yeah. This is literally the devil. I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't sign whatever he's
I
saying.
don't know. Well, he's obviously not just coming to you like all fucked up. He looks like Liz
Yeah,
Hurley.
but then with his mouth, he says, "Oh, I'm the devil."
no, he looks like Liz Hurley. He's like, I'm the devil. I'm
Yeah.
like, you fucking sexy.
She was the fucking hottest. Elizabeth Hurley in the prime.
Ooh.
I would say her and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Ooh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Two of the
Liz Hurley prime was good. That was back when I think it might be less now. I don't really follow movies as much, but there was a time when just the worst actresses of all time were just allowed to be in multiple movies because they
Like-
were just so fucking beautiful.
unbelievable.
Yeah, she still looks good for her age now, but
She
there was
looks
a time.
amazing. She looks
Do you know how
amazing.
she became famous? It was because of that guy. What's his name?
Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant. Yeah. So they went on that. She dated him. She was like an unknown actress. They went to some red carpet event. And
Really?
then that photo went crazy viral because everyone was like, "Who?" Because she had this big long cut in her leg.
Yeah.
Is it gay for me to know that or cool for me to know that? I don't know.
No, that's fine.
Anyway, it's a fashion thing.
For me,
anyway.
it's Elizabeth Hurley, Michelle Pfeiffer, and then Susan Boyle. Those are my top 3.
yeah. In any order?
Annie.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Susan Boyle would be. Susan Boyle is the most entertaining of the. If you told me, I'd be
Yeah.
more. 2 people I can interview.
Yeah.
Like someone who fucked Liz Hurley or someone who fucked Susan Boyle. I'm going Susan Boyle.
You're going Boyle on it.
I'm going Boyle.
Oh,
you got
yeah.
it, Boyle.
Look at her. Come on.
Good old fucking crab boy right there.
Yeah.
There she was.
Putting beans on toast. I see you.
Wild horses. Is that what she sang? There's something to you. Wild horses.
All right, I'm out, you crazy bitches.
Wild horses. Yeah, teenage wasteland.
They're all wasted.
Boom. I've never been kissed. Boom.
Somebody fuck me. It's her take on the mask.
All right, yeah. Look, that's it. We plugged all our stuff. We answered all the questions.
Sick.
Thanks so much. Brand new, New York City comedian. So obviously, check out all your stuff. Everything will be linked in the episode description. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for checking out the special.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
Better.